we're gonna learn about pollination. So before we get started, I want you guys to hit the subscribe button and like this video and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any video of mine. So we're gonna learn about pollination. What is pollination? Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. There are two types of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. So, if you guys don't know what's a stigma and what's a anther, in a flower we have the stigma and the anther. I'll just show you guys. So guys, this is the stigma. This part here is the stigma, and this over here is the anther. So, from those two places are where pollination happens. So, let's get started with self-pollination. Self-pollination, the transfer of the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the same flower or to the stigma of another flower. Means in the same plant, the pollen grains can get transferred to in the same plant to another flower in the same plant or in the same flower. So that is self-pollination. Let's learn about the advantages and disadvantages of self-pollination. It is a sure method that leads to the formation of seeds. The traits of characteristics of the parent are maintained. Only small quantities of the pollen is required, and thus there is less wastage of pollen grains. The flower need not be large and showy to attract the pollinators. And the scent and the nectar need not be produced by the flower to attract the pollinators. Disadvantages of self-pollination: the continued self-pollination may decrease the vigor of the future generation of the species. Let me explain that again. Disadvantages of self-pollination: the continued self-pollination may increase the vigor of the future generation of the species. The weak characteristics of the species are not eliminated. The genetic variation does not take place. So let's go to cross-pollination. Cross-pollination is the process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a flower of one plant to the stigma of a flower of another plant of the same species. Means like cross-pollination is like from anther of a flower of one plant to the stigma of a different plant. Means like, different plant, not the same plant. Same plant. So let's of the same species, but so let's go to the advantages of cross-pollination. The offsprings produced are more vigorous, newly improved and better adapted variety of the plants can be produced. Disadvantages of cross-pollination: pollination is not definite as it is dependent on different agents of the pollination. The pollen grains have to be produced in a large quantity to ensure pollination. It needs large quantity, so that's a disadvantage. There is a wastage of pollen grains during transit. The process is not economical as the flower has to form large petals and nectar to attract pollinators. So that's about pollination. If you want to know more about this, just comment down below that you want to know more about pollination. And if you want, I always post new topics and new videos every day. So if you want me to do a new topic of your choice, just comment down below and share this video to your friends and family members. So yeah, that's about pollination. So